It's the Monday Morning Show. Today is December 21st, 2018. I'm Ken LaSalle from kenlasalle.com. Now, I put a lot of hours into writing what was supposed to be today's episode. The original idea was about Christmas and reconnecting to loved ones and embracing gratitude over guilt. But it sucked. That said, I put a lot of work into it. I want you to know that. Because what I decided on after I realized that was crap ain't exactly impressive or profound. At least, I don't think so. But honest to God, which you kind of have to take with a grain of salt since I'm an atheist, I want to be as happy as my dog. No kidding. And I want to make one thing perfectly clear right from the get-go. This has nothing at all to do with, let's say, an individual's aptitude at, let's say, licking their own, let's say, testicles. My dog is a girl dog. Her name is Shipoopi. She is part shih-tzu, part poodle. By which I mean she is an 18-pound little mop of a dog, black and white with a muddy mix of the two all over. Shipoopi is about 10 years old, and she is just as delightfully beautiful as she was on the day we first met her. Yes, that's right. I'm gonna gush about my dog. I love my dog. My dog is awesome. My dog has been likened to the reincarnation of Audrey Hepburn in dog form. Yes, by a drunk individual, but the statement still remains. She's lovable and cute and oh so very sweet. Truth be told, however, she hasn't really held up very well. She can barely climb the stairs anymore, and she's lost more teeth than, let's see, anybody. Ever. It's so sad. She's missing so many teeth. Now, when it comes to the stairs, the solution to Shipoopi's dilemma is clear. I carry her. Willingly. Eagerly. She'd rather not get carried, but I don't care. I outweigh her significantly, and she knows it. And as it turns out, she's taken quite well to being carried. She perches. And you'd think I had an Uber sticker on my glasses. When it comes to her teeth, though, I just don't know. She worries me. Our vet has told us that she just has bad teeth, but, I mean, damn. But I was talking about wanting to be as happy as my dog. You wouldn't actually know my dog is happy by the way she speaks. And, listen, she speaks. Loudly. Often. It's so annoying, but, what are you going to do? Even when I say it, Shipoopi, shush, I realize what an idiot I sound like. She doesn't speak English. She's not picking up on any of that. They say that dogs understand something like 250 words of English, but I guarantee you that shush and any of its derivatives, including can you please shut the hell up, ain't one of them. So, she barks. She barks a lot. If I was single, this would be great. Women really do love it when she barks at them. They approach us, they ask her name. Some actually have a slip of paper with their phone number already on it, in their hands, waiting to hand it over. having not taken a single look at me. They're doing it for the dog. Which would be great if I wasn't married. And also so old that the slip of paper self-ignites once the girls take one single look. Having said that, yes, girls do love it when she barks. Guys don't. Especially guys walking really big dogs, the kind that could eat Shipoopi up in 2 bites. That's when I'm really like, Shipoopi, I will give you money if you could just... And yes, Shipoopi's name comes from the Music Man. Or, if you're younger than dirt, Family Guy. And the name really fit her. Once. Now, however, she is lacking that certain exuberance, that joie de vivre. She looks more like she used to be a Shipoopi dog. She's an old dog with very few teeth, who barks at everything. She could be blind or deaf. We don't know. We have a second dog, a Shiba Inu named Cha-Cha, who is a constant thorn in her side. Shipoopi has had to step up her game since Cha-Cha arrived, and she can't be too happy about that. But see, that's the point I'm driving at. She really has no reason to be happy. None at all. She used to like to get a little lick of my wife's wine every now and then. And yes, they really did that, and yes, they were gross. Thanks for pointing that out. But Vicky stopped at some point and left this alcoholic dog with nothing, I mean nothing, to fill her empty soul. It felt like an important point to make. But then, every night at around 9 or 9:30, all 4 of us retreat up to the bedroom. Cha-Cha jumps up on the bed because, well, she's young, but we all secretly hate her. Why doesn't she try jumping into some lucrative pet food endorsement deal? Vicky is burying her head in social media. I'm hoping to go play some video games. And Shipoopi is trapped on the floor. Oh, odds are I carried her up the stairs. I let her perch on one arm, which I cross in front of me with the other arm carried slightly higher, acting like a guardrail for Shipoopi. And she will stand on my lower arm and lay her feet across my upper arm and watch as though she was ascending in the royal lift, waving at her adoring fans. And I'll dump her on the bed. And she'll jump around in the bed just like any other dog. Dogs love bed. I love bed. Who doesn't love bed? But eventually some impulse will drive Shipoopi to jump on the floor. And then Cha-Cha has the bed to herself. And Vicky's over there watching a Shiba Inu video because deep down she's a Shiba Inu nut, and we all know that, including Shipoopi, which is pretty dark when you get right down to it. And I'm probably downstairs still playing Diablo 3 on my Switch. Because Diablo 3 doesn't end. You end. And poor Shipoopi is left to run around the bottom of the bed as if hoping for some magical arm to lift her up to her rightful perch, which just happens to be slightly higher up on the bed than Cha-Cha. I mean, who are we kidding? Now, if I'm lucky, I stayed there long enough to perceive Shipoopi's desperate situation. After all, a lap dog needs a lap. And really, what is a bed except a very large lap? And that's where a dog goes. That's the law. So I pick her up and I put her on the bed. And she hugs it. I'm not kidding you. She throws herself chest first into the bed, her arms splayed, her face deep down in the covers. And she begins to make this sound. almost like a groaning sound. Shipoopi is that rare breed of dog that doesn't just growl. She purrs. And it took a long time to prove this to Vicky, but I've made her a believer. Yes, Shipoopi growls when she's angry, but she also purrs, which sounds a lot like a growl, with just a subtle hint of a difference. And there's nothing at all pretty about this purr, just so you know. I mean, there is passion there. There is appreciation. There's this kind of bliss you don't normally see outside of some seriously bizarre sexual situations. I mean, if you're lucky. And I want to be as happy as this dog. I want to be as happy as Shipoopi, rescued from that moment when she's afraid that she has lost her place on the bed, and from now on she will be all alone. And for a pack animal, that's like being dead. And carried to that moment when she ascends into heaven, where everything is literally made of blankets and pillows. Being up there with her pack, even when it includes this insufferable Shiba Inu, that's heaven. That's what it's all about. I want to be as happy as my dog. I don't want to just experience it. I want to live it. I want to purr so passionately that people are downright offended. I want to love so completely that people are caught off guard. I want to hug the earth, having finally understood that it is actually my mother. Scratch that. I want all of us to be as happy as my dog. Until next time, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and let's make this world a better place.